Hello everyone, welcome along to another video. John here again. Now yesterday I saw a video by this chap on YouTube. He's from England, called Shani from Yanamize. Hope I've pronounced that right. And he was driving around in Kit, the Knight Rider car, and that program when I was younger was just so cool. I really wanted that car. If you remember that, you know, it's a great show. Go and check it out. But anyway, I thought after I watched that video, I thought that's really cool. Why don't I learn to play the Knight Rider theme, kind of recreate it on the guitar? And so that's what I've done. That little bit you saw me playing there is my version of the Knight Rider theme. I've played it on the guitar, obviously, and I've used some software to give me some of those tones that the lead sound isn't exactly right, but unless you sit there for, you know, 5 hours trying to muck about, I thought that was all right. Anyway, and I've used the guitar for the bass as well. I'm using this software called TH3 to convert the guitar into the bass, and I use it for all these parts. It's good software, so check it out. But anyway, let's learn how to play this. So I want to dedicate this video to Richard, who's a good friend of mine in England, and he loved Knight Rider just as much as I did. We'll really have to get one of those cars one day, Richard. Anyway, so let me take you through all the parts. I'll show you how they go. Let's start with this little riff, if you want to call it, that percussive thing that's going on. All right, let's take a look at this first bit, which is really cool. Sounds a bit like a computer, actually, this little bit. It's kind of going like this. All right, so now this is one of these things that sounds weird, slow, and it's going to take a bit of time to get used to this picking because there's not a lot of movement, but it is difficult. It's quite difficult. So you're going 6, 7, 6, 5, and then you're playing the 6 3 times, all right, and then you're going to the 7 again, 7, 6, all right, so far we got this. That's the last bit. So 6 twice, and then up to 7, back to 6. So far, the whole thing sounds like this. I'll play it slow. All right, you have to think about it a bit more when you play it slow. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm muting the strings, because otherwise it's going to sound. So I'm just resting my hand here on the bridge to get that sound, and all right. Now the next bit, it does exactly the same thing. So you do that bit twice, then you move down to this. Right, and that's the same thing, just move down, starting on the 4th fret. All right, so we've got. So you're playing that bit twice though, all right? I just played that once there for demonstration. So that's the first little bit at the beginning. Okay, so take your time with that. That is quite tricky, believe it or not. You know, it doesn't look like you're doing much, but it's hard. It really is hard to keep that going. So, okay, let's have a look at the bass line part now, the really cool bit. It's very, very easy. And it goes like this. There we go. Doesn't get much easier than that, does it? And it just goes to show that it doesn't have to be complicated to sound absolutely brilliant. Now, I'm using this effect here in TH3. It's called Guitar to Bass. It's in the What's New section if you've got TH3, and it really sounds good, doesn't it? It really sounds like a bass. Anyway, this is 4 on the D. You're kind of playing that staccato. That's the way it goes, you know. Showing us short, sharp phrases. And then to 2 on the D. All right, now that goes again, but if you listen to the theme on the third time, and in my arrangement, the bass changes slightly. It goes. All right. So after you've done that first part, so that little part you're just doing more on the 4. And at the end, you just do 2 to 4 on the D. And that finishes the song. All right, so we've got the little, you know, riff. We've got the bass line, which sounds good. It's brilliant, that little bass line, especially with that guitar effect on TH3. Sounds brilliant. Let's have a look at the melody, maybe the best bit. So this is 4 on the D, 2 on the G, 4, and then you're going to skip that G and play 2 here on the B. So, all right, now we're going to go to the next bit of the melody. That's 2, 5, 2, 2. So 2, 5 on the open E, 2, and 2 on the B. All right. So far we've got this. Which is cool. Here's the last bit. So this bit is almost the same as the beginning. Alright, that's the same. 4 on the D, 2, 4. But now we jump to 2 on the B, and then 2 to 3 on the high E. And then we're just going to repeat that. At the end, what I do after I've played that last, that is kind of matching the bass line there, because the bass line is going, which is 2 to 4, which you saw before. This one is open E to the 2nd fret. That's an E to an F sharp, and that note is also an E to an F sharp. All right, have some fun with that. That really is a brilliant, brilliant theme. Let me know how you get on with it. And I'd love to see your version of it if you want to send it to me. So thanks very much for watching. Do remember to subscribe, and of course check out Knight Rider, and I'll see you for another video in a week.